No.
It's alright.
No need to worry.
9 minutes. 9 minutes. Come on, man.
Yeah.
10, trust me. The delay has actually... The delay's been more useful than you could realize, because right now, I've got an issue with my ear, and it's causing me pain, so you actually gave me some time to let the medicine kick in, so no problem at all.
And we've just been having a jolly old time playing games and chatting about music.
Yep. And D&D. By the way, do we get our...
Wait, Mom NATO says hi.
Hello, Mama. Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Right, so before anything goes on, so you know how I got lost with the spaceship and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I had to go underground, get resources, build it back up, but I finally got a solid fuel thruster to go back home.
Nice.
Playing Astroneer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been playing the game for quite a long time. I just...
Basically,
I have as well. Now that I'm getting there with it.
I landed in the wrong place and lost... Like, I was just stuck there without any way of getting home. So I had to go and rebuild everything. And there is no landing platform at home. I can't land at home.
It's going to be so hard to tell you that right now I haven't even left my starter planet. And, and I have so much shit in one of the caves, it's not even funny.
You should play with, especially me. I'm pretty much a veteran on the game. I've been playing for... Oh, we're talking about Astroneer.
When you landed, you never moved your spaceship, did you?
I've never even left I haven't even left the starter planet on this save.
Hey, Thunder, can you rejoin and move your ship? Before we get started? Because I can't land to save. I have no more ammonium, so I can't land again.
Oh, you're still in the game. Darn. Hold on.
Wait, I can join you guys?
Yeah!
If you want.
You gotta be friends with, you have friend on Steam.
Yeah, sorry. Here, let me just get a screenshot of just this.
Okay. Just add me on Steam here.
Here you go,
Yeah,
guys.
just all you need is to be friends with us on Steam.
Think. There's my collection of crap.
Nice.
So,
Anywho. But yeah, if you could rejoin and move your ship, that'd be great.
Jesus, dude. You're like me. I'm a hoarder. I try to grab every resource.
you have not seen the rest of my house. There's been a hoarder since the 1930s.
There's got to be some cold shit there.
Shit, tons of it. Cool, not so much.
By the way, in case you want to know what my landing pad looks like, that's what my landing pad looks like.
Oh, you should see. You should. It looks like you need help, bud. Lots of it. Yeah, all you need to be is friends with us on Steam.
Yep. I just need somebody to join to move that rocket.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Alright, sick.
While you guys are doing that, I will commence with the recap.
Sick.
Awesome. Yeah.
Here.
Become friends with them on Steam.
Sure, hold on.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple. As long as you're like friends, if we're on our game, you go to the co-op part, and you'll see friends joinable. It'll say if we're on, it'll say joinable. If we're not,
Make my leg fall asleep.
if we're not, it'll say not joinable. But
Thunder emoji. You're Thunder Fox, right?
yep, Thunderfax.
Are you? Is it Yep, I see Ada's friend. Okay.
Ew, so recap.
Yeah. So you remained. You picked up where we previously left off at the town of Dunneth, where you concluded that there had been one of these tornado things that came through and did some serious damage and pretty much wiped out the entire town.
EF5 rating.
Not quite.
The houses
Not by your
were
estimate.
slabbed.
One house, or one building was slabbed.
Okay, true.
But you also then started kind of getting the feeling you were being watched. Directed searching of the area revealed nothing until a halfling essentially elected to reveal himself. And a bit of a standoff ensued until you realized he meant no harm, and you quickly welcomed Mr. Pippin Pappanopsicopoulos III to the ranks.
It's Pippin Pappanopsicopoulos. It's not that hard.
So we just welcomed Pip into our ranks.
Indeed.
What?
No.
Much to the
We just call him Pippin.
Yep.
Pip for short, Pippin or Pip. But
Yep, either one
regardless, the caravan leader, Lady White Tusk, was somewhat dubious, but nonetheless trusted you to watch him. The night was fundamentally uneventful until daybreak, where a storm that should not have happened had happened. Several of those trademark crimson lightning bolts attempted to strike at you guys, and
We were issued an
a
ultimatum.
face appeared in the clouds. It ordered you to relinquish the crystal, to which
Nyxor bravely said, "No, I will not."
It was right around this time where you found another one of these things. This one, like, bright green in color. Nestor actually was the one to take it and absorb a lightning bolt with it. He then ran towards a tornado off to your southwest that was approaching the caravan as it was breaking camp and trying to beat a hasty retreat. He screamed something and fired a large green orb of electricity into the tornado, which splashed against it, and you saw the face in the sky show equal parts fear and pain as the tornado lifted and the face dispersed, and the sky went from, evil purple-green clouds to just dark clouds. And there is still lightning dancing across the sky and whatnot, but it's quote-unquote normal lightning.
Bluish purple white.
Nyxor did a perfect arrow shot,
Yes.
despite not being proficient.
Peren, Bordan,
And Peren,
Peren, Bordan, and Nyxor did what should not be doable and actually managed to shoot arrows into that tornado.
Which reminds me,
Yeah, I still got the bow. which is still has elemental power on it.
And then Pippin and somebody else took control of the horses and of the...
That was me.
and sent them away.
Yeah.
That was me.
Well, and we
Nice.
administered necessary first aid.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We haven't. I'm going to do just a very slight rewind back to that, because where we left off, Nestor was approaching the party, and his right arm is quite literally torn to shred.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah, his arm is mangled.
Yes.
Is there something Maxar can do to fix that?
Yeah, heal him.
Just normal heal?
Normal healing, you can use your healing pool, which is up to 66 per day, by the way.
Oh, yeah, because of the level up?
Yep.
Okay, quickly, I need the link to the rolling dice thing. I lost it.
Stand by.
Give me a second.
It already up.
Okay.
Sick. Or... that works. Now I can pin it.
And that
Just kind of don't float.
I'm able to put up to 3 because of half, right?
That is correct. You're good.
Well, how hurting is he?
You want
Like HP wise.
do you want to make a medicine check, because you can do that?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
And I've got 6 hit dice.
let me pull up my app. I love this app. Okay. D20s. Let's see.
I feel like if I roll a medical check, I'm gonna get really high or really low.
22.
22. No need.
I can help out too. What?
Yeah, he is, if you had to guess, about half as fit as he should be, maybe less, but it's all focused on that arm. You're like, you look at it and like, how is that even still attached?
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh, and as part of the recap, by the way, there was a woman that I'm talking to Mom about this. There was a woman who was on one of the caravan wagons. That caravan wagon got struck by lightning. No one got hit directly, but a piece of wood did end up getting into her neck.
Yeah, I think we healed her.
No,
didn't we?
actually.
You did. You were able to save that woman.
So So as far as we know, 0 fatalities for the caravan.
Yep. Many injuries, some serious, but none that require like magical attention, and everything has been taken care of. But yeah, Nyaxor, you would guess Nestor is at about you guess Nestor's maximum hit points are about 63, and he's at 30 right now, and it's all focused on the right arm. Like, his right arm kind of looks like a like, parts of it are blown out and look like cauliflower.
well, yeah. By the way, with the level up, do I get our hit points all back as well?
Yes.
And anything else?
Actually, all back.
Even the powers and stuff? Or was it just the hit points?
It would just be, for cinematic purposes for this, you would have only gained back as much as you gained on your level up.
So, like...
So if you were at 38 health and you gained 10 HP from your level up, your health will go up to 48, but it will not be full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I rolled for it.
Then, you being full is just fine. You were coming off a You were coming off a long rest, and we were coming off a long rest, and I don't believe you suffered any damage.
He took 4 damage because I was on his back.
That's right. So
it was only
whatever your maximum hit points are 4 less.
I took like 9.
Yeah, because someone absorbed a lightning bolt using a crystal.
Nope, that wasn't even that. He got struck by lightning before that happened.
I have resistance plus the
Yeah.
Yep. He took half of what I took, and I took 9.
So
yeah. If you want the healing pool, I've used 4 of them. So I rolled a 14.
14?
Which is nearly a full heal.
Yeah.
Nice.
You see the arm just sort of like some of these wounds. You see some of these wounds just sort of instantly close shut, and it's almost so fast. It's actual like you see Nestor sort of wince and brace himself, and there's a slight grimace. The healing process is so fast. It's actually painful, but still completely beneficial. And as soon as you pass your hand over this wound, it looks a whole lot more bearable. Nestor flexes his elbows okay, that still stings, but I'll survive.
Well, better than losing your arm, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna complain about that.
That actually helps him up. If he goes down.
He wasn't down. He was
Okay.
sort of he was sort of walking towards the party. Arm kind of like he was clutching his shoulder, but his arm was just hanging limp. He fumbles around into his right pocket with his left arm, pulls out the crystal, and says, "Don't know if I should be the one holding this."
So he's giving it up?
For now. This thing spoke to me.
You know what? That reminds me. The pink one that I had, it spoke to me as well too. That's why I asked for the bone.
This thing didn't exactly have kind things to say as he sort of puts it on the ground. Oh, and he starts walking towards a horse to mount up.
Pippin's gonna come by and pick it up again.
Right. You pick it up. You get a slight whiff of ozone around it. The crystal just sort of looks. There's a faint glow from the inside if you look really hard, but it looks like the same sort of crystal Nyaxor has, except where his is pink, yours is green.
Yeah. We're finding, quote, infinity stones.
I don't know if these are infinity stones, but they sure seem deadly.
Been pretty helpful so far.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take it and put it in the bag for now.
6.
Nestor turns to you, Pippin, and smiles a bit and says, "I've heard stories about the kind of devastation they can unleash."
I can imagine these things we've seen what they're capable of doing to whatever that was in the sky. I wouldn't doubt that they'd be able to do more on the ground.
Well, without going into too much detail, you're holding. You've heard of? You've heard the saying? You've heard the saying, "Lightning in a bottle."
Yeah, I think my friend drank one of those once.
Lightning is just.
No, that was Dragonfire Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't referencing what I wasn't talking about. You guys.
Well, if you come across Dragonfire Ale, steer well clear.
He wanted to harness the powers of lightning. He drank the lightning in a bottle. Did not go well.
Yeah, well,
Wait, you're out of character. Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. He was. The best part is he was a freaking paladin. He was supposed to be smart.
Oh god.
Oh my!
Sorry, I was
Out of character. Yeah. Oh my fucking god!
Well, Nestor points at that thing, Pip, and says, "That isn't just lightning in a bottle. Lightning is the bottle."
Okay.
That is pure, crystallized, elemental energy.
Would it be better to have something for it to harness, or to harness it, rather than just keeping it in the bag?
Stories I've heard, the stories I've heard, not really.
Yeah, they seem as if
Not like that.
Yeah, they seem as if they're pretty safe on their own, at least.
I'm just going to keep it in the bag for now, and I'm going to keep it away from my daggers.
I got a bag of holding if you want to put it in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it on myself for a little bit, because I want something in case one of those tornado things come back.
That. Alright.
That's a good idea.
Out of character, I still can't believe we actually beat a tornado.
You're gonna beat a few more of them.
I've seen some crazy things. That's nothing. My wife talked to a dragon and it flew away happily after killing a village.
And also a character we came, we saw, we kicked. Its atmosphere.
Literally.
Yep.
Alright, so...
I'm sorry I had to see it.
So I'm going to turn to the group and... So where are we taking... I know you said we're going to the town. Are we heading out now, or is the caravan stopping still?
Oh, the caravan is still sort of... The caravan was mostly ready to hit the road, so it doesn't take more than a few more minutes before you're actually riding north again.
To Brylin we go.
Yep.
Just gonna hold on to the dragon's back.
Feel free to ride back there all you want.
The dragon is on a horse, so...
Easy enough to climb up one of those things.
I don't mind.
Also, out of character, this is the second time in as many D&D campaigns that a Dragonborn has been on the party or it has been in the party I'm playing with.
Every
Nice.
single time I've played D&D, we've had a Dragonborn.
Yeah, I've had Dragonborns on several occasions.
It's pretty popular.
It's fun.
We'll play amongst yourselves for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay, so who has the... Oh, Christ. What gem was it? It was the...
I have the lightning gem.
I have acid.
Okay.
That's all we have.
That's the only ones we have so far.
Acid gem is...
Pink.
That's the pink one.
Pink is acid, blue is radiant, yellow is force.
I know that, but who at the moment who's carrying the acid gem? Is that Nixer?
That's me. Naxor.
Yeah,
Mixer.
yeah.
Naxor.
And then Pippin.
Okay, don't let me get snappy.
Oh, snip out.
Took over.
I'm a dragon.
I know.
He's like, growl, I am.
It's
Roar!
keep mispronouncing my name.
I'll talk on you.
You keep mispronouncing my name, and you're gonna talk to my body.
And I'm gonna eat you, little man.
I'm gonna eat you, little man. It's like this 3 foot tall dwarf is, I'll eat you if you get my name wrong. One more time.
She can't take it anymore, Captain.
She's gonna blow.
I'll turn your legs into drumsticks.
Oh, sun's back. I broke the party with my dwarvish. Okay, before we continue, I just realized all of my characters were 3 foot tall or shorter. My dwarf is in hobbit.
So, since the new guy did it last time, who wants to put the party's fate into their hands?
Oh god.
Oh, I've already done that once. I'm not doing it again.
If nobody does it, I'll do it. I will roll.
That's a D100?
D100.
Here's an important question. Do you guys want to do it, or do you want me to do it? What is worse?
Alright, fine, I'll do it. If nobody else is gonna, I'll do it.
I've done it once. It didn't work out that well.
You're gonna have to do it again, Brynn.
Alright,
Eventually.
do it. I'm doing it.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
36. 36. It's better than last time.
36.
But now it's all up to him what he does with it.
Roll one more time to see what
Oh,
happens.
at least it's in the middle range.
Oh no! No, you're keeping the 36. I rolled a 3!
Oh shit.
I mean, I won't roll the 42.
Yeah, 36. Take it or leave it.
So I heard a 3 in there.
No!
No. A 3? There wasn't a 3.
You want to hear a 2?
No.
Oh, I have a 1.
I just rolled a 1!
We got a 36. That's the first number I heard.
Yeah, it was the 36, definitely. Oh shit. Look at that.
Well, since everyone else is doing it, I might as well.
You are.
Well, he rolled a 36.
Yeah, this is the actual roll. This is the one with the 36.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, we go with that one.
I got a 40.
I mean, it's up to the DM if he goes with the 1 or the...
Well, because we called out 36, 3, and then 1.
Oh crap.
So,
You guys are never going to have me roll again.
they may not. I offer who wants to. I offer. If no one does it, I will volunteer somebody.
And if you want to make everybody's life miserable, you have me roll.
If I want to make everyone's life miserable, I will just choose the number.
Dude, I just rolled 3 times. I got a 9, then a 5, and then a 9. I just have terrible rolls.
Alright. What's gonna happen?
Just as you guys start to move, it almost feels like magic. But the storm above you, which, in spite of it now being a normal thunderstorm, is still impressive and raging. Like rain is falling in buckets. Every now and then, like you'll get a pea-sized hailstone that'll bonk you on the head. Ow. And lightning. Wham! Behind you, wham! Over your head.
Lightning's bad.
Oh, that was majorly past.
Lightning's bad. We all know I'm a lightning conductor.
But within about 5 minutes of you guys starting to roll, the storm begins to quite literally evaporate. Just like like the way fog boils away just after sunrise. First, like very rapidly, the rain goes from deluge to drizzle to nothing. There's one final spider web of lightning across the cloud base. And then, like as that's fading, you see a hole appear on the eastern side of the storm, and this ray of sunlight shines through. And within 5 minutes of you guys starting, the storm is utterly gone.
Whew.
Weird.
Well,
Yeah.
Nestor shrugs and says, not really weird if you think about it. Once the magic that was holding it together left, the storm died too.
It's
Yeah,
like
you got
getting all of...
a point.
Yeah.
Scary thing is, how much magic did it take to build that?
like-
Probably a hell lot.
It's like they have some sort of machine to turn civilizations into lacrimas.
Those are words.
Okay, basically,
I heard the words in a sentence.
lacrimas
Understand them.
are
What's
magic
the-
crystals, and there are certain machines that can take the magical essence out of people, killing the people and turning them into a giant magical crystal you can use to power weapons or anything that involves magic. It can even be used to power your own magic in your being just by having the crystal.
Well, that's an unsettling thought.
It's from Fairy Tail, the anime.
Oh, I do like that anime. I haven't seen the whole thing though, but yeah.
That would explain why I've never heard of these things.
The
Also use another
unsettling,
magic, but yeah.
the unsettling thing I find here is, so far, everywhere we've gone, these things are attacking us, and we're supposed to be protecting a caravan.
No.
Does anyone else find that slightly unsettling?
It seemed like they were after these crystals that we got.
Uh,
But if we
buddy,
pick them up,
I've been unsettled since day one, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, it was after the crystals. Yes, it was attacking us in all previous cases.
And here we
Before
are.
the crystals.
Yeah, and here we are trying to lead and protect a caravan.
but at the same time, how do we know they're not sending magic in other places of lesser amounts, just leaving these super strong storms to take on you guys? Because you guys seem pretty strong and able to handle yourselves to me.
That's the problem. We know they are. We heard from Queen Mira. We heard a border town in Brylin with over 1,000 people was wiped out.
Oh, jeez.
Even more unsettling,
No.
we know that just death and blood are used to fuel these things. So
Indeed.
they have 1,000 people worth of. They have 1,000 people worth of blood and death, not to mention the livestock.
Didn't we hear like 1,000 souls when that storm rolled in? Maybe they're using
say that. You say that, and you see Nestor put that together, and his face just turns ashen. He stiffens up a little bit, nurses his arm, and says, "I don't want to think about that."
Nestor, tell us, please.
It seems like
Yeah.
they might be using the deaths from the tornadoes to power these attacks.
Yeah, we've already figured that out.
Yeah.
Nestor, please. I can see that something is troubling you.
Yeah,
Please.
what they just said, what they just said, you can tell has visibly shook him.
What I wonder is, are they just attacking these places for the power, or are they searching for something?
We
said that
don't
they were-
fully know their motives other than they want to.
There's something that's just...
Yeah.
What we've been saying is just shook Nestor.
Well, yeah, and everything they just said, there was a town north of Brylin. There was a town just north of the Braylage border that had like 1,000 people that was wiped out. And
I say sorry. I thought there was something else he might have known.
Oh no.
And I'm wondering, in that book you gave me, you said that it looked like they were attacking libraries and museums. They got to be we already know they're after these gems. Maybe
They've
there's
also
more out
been
there.
destroying any information that could help us figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And killing people and livestock along the way to power their ritual in these storms.
Okay. I don't know about anyone else. I think we really need to just keep going now towards Brylin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving you that you're having this conversation while you're on the boat.
Okay.
But as rude and awakening as things were, the day is mercifully and gorgeously benign. It is quiet. It is peaceful. You see, you see birds overhead. Peren, with absolutely no effort, you're able to pick off a few grouse.
I'm gonna. How many people did we lose out of character?
Believe it or not, none. There are
Oh,
people
thank goodness.
There are people that are hurt, but there are medics, not clerics, but there are medics.
And they got me as well too. They got me.
Can I tell how morale is right now? How's everybody doing morale wise?
Make me an
That'd be insight.
make me an insight check.
Can
20.
I help? What?
Not needed.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute, did you just say nat 20?
No, not nat 20. 15 plus 5.
So
Dirty 20.
you guys, or Pip, you fall back from the group. You hit up. You get a few conversations. People are morale is kind of high. I mean, they've lost 2 or 3 caravan guards. But I mean, compared to against what they've seen, I mean, they've seen a stone giant lumber across their path. They've been attacked by a green dragon. They were attacked by a T-Rex. And just now they were attacked by a storm with angry eyes.
And we all took it.
Yeah, they're kind of like, well, you can do that. You can do anything. You're a hero. Their morale is high. Their morale is high for their morale is high because you were there.
Awesome. Then, while we're on the way, Pippin's just gonna go around and, for anybody that might be needing a distraction, just go do some, sleight of hand magic tricks. Run a little show for the people as we're going along, just to spend the time.
You know what? Go for that. Give me a.
That be performance?
Sure.
21.
Wow!
Okay.
I have a +10 in performance. That was a
You
low
have
roll.
a what?
+10. That's what he said.
Oh, so
I
21.
have no idea how you pulled that off.
Some
Wildly
classes,
ridiculous.
Junkyard, have an ability called expertise, where instead of just adding their proficiency bonus to a skill,
You
they
get
add
twice
double
it.
their proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah, and I have a lot of expertise already.
I
Yeah.
have 1 expertise.
All right,
So-
And I have 0.
all right. So
It's
20,
not
21.
a very common feature.
I
You can only be bards.
Bards, Rangers, and Bards, Rangers, and Rogues are the only 3 that get it. And
You
Rogues
can also get it via feats, but there are
Yeah.
other feats as well that typically become more important.
Other feats are typically more important. But
Okay, what does Lady White Tusk and Captain Chamberlain think of what's been going on?
I'll get to that in one moment. Because, Pip, give me an acrobatics check.
All right.
Oh, God.
5. That's not my roll. I'm thinking out loud. Acrobatics. 11.
11, good enough. So you drop back from the rest of the group, you chat people up, and you do a few tricks. And as part of the as part of the grand finale of the act, you're in front. You're actually leading the convoy, and you do one of these. You do one of these card tricks. Catch all the cards, and then sort of flip off Nyaxor's back. You're on his back the whole time. You've been asking him to, fall back and circle around.
Yeah, because I ain't running around this place with these tiny legs.
So Nyaxor, you've seen this same short little magic routine the entire 4 or 5 times. You're like, this is cool, but I've seen it and it's boring. So
I'm just gonna chuckle softly.
you get a little bit of a chuckle, and then just sort of as a joke, you shake a little bit to unbalance Pippin. He just sort of slides down your back, hits the saddle, springs up on his feet, vaults over your head, and he does not stick the landing, but he does this clumsy landing parkour roll that is clearly improvised. And everyone who can see him at the front half of the caravan just erupts in laughter.
And then, so Pippin out of that is slightly embarrassed, so he's just gonna hide in front of the dragon now with a 19 for stealth. Or sorry, 29 for stealth. Sorry, 29. I can do that. I can hide as long as there's somebody medium-sized or higher in front of me.
grief. And you have a 29 for stealth.
He rolled a 29.
Yeah, I can't even spot you.
I'm just gonna disappear. And
It
I'm
is physically impossible for the ranger to see you. Even if I rolled a natural 20, I'd only have a 28.
I'm just like in Thunder's lap, and he can't even see me.
I'm pretty sure I can feel you, but
What's that?
I'd be like, where's Pip? Where's Pippin? Where is he?
where did he go?
I gave you the ranger 5 minutes ago.
He's just in the bag of holding.
Guys,
Anyhow, let's move on.
You know, I have died in a bag of holding once.
Oh,
My friend.
I have to take that into account once, because prisoners need to be teleported places.
Anyways, I'm just hiding now.
How the hell did you manage to get inside a bag of holding?
Bags of holding in previous editions, bags of holding could hold far more volume and weight.
You
Ah.
still can do it in this edition. I literally did it in this edition. I want to say the person that in the previous campaign I played in that was actually giving us the quests knocked out one of our prisoners, shoved him in our bag of holding, and then teleported us to the place we were going. And then pulled them back out of the bag of holding.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Oh, cool.
They don't have to time.
One person in a bag of holding could survive for about 10 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
In
you might not have breath, but
In this particular instance, I was in a bag of holding that was then submerged in magma.
That'll do it.
Oh!
Yeah, that'll do it every time.
I died in a bag of holding.
Yeah, that'll do it every time.
Yeah, there ain't no death save you can roll that will get you out of that mess.
I've also been a character that survived multiple rounds waist deep in magma.
Something you can theoretically do.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
neither here nor there.
my character could survive in lava for a moment, and the lava wouldn't even know.
Well, the character I speak of was not level 6. He was more like level 26.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so, but it's a story for another time, and one I'm happy to share because it was an amazing story. But neither
Go
here
on.
nor there. So you guys keep going. You break for lunch. It takes a few minutes to cook up a few of the, grouse and pheasants that Peren just snipes out of the
Nice.
snipes out of the sky as they're taking off and whatever.
Mm.
Yep.
Clear blue sky.
You do actually see closing in on your left-hand side as you go on towards, now it's mid-late afternoon, a forest.
Okay.
Peren, if you would join me in the, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Join me in the Dungeon Master chat.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Crinky cranky. I'll tell you what I would like to do. When we're about a mile away from where we're about to go, I would like us to stop so that I can use because I've got where is it? Now that I've got my path feature as an eagle, I can see up to 1 mile away and even see fine details.
Nice.
It would be good to stop about 1 mile away from where we're supposed to be going,
And I think
so that I can scope out the town.
And I think with my wild shape, I might be able to. Let me see here.
So how that affects your affects how you carry yourself or your expression is entirely up to you, Peren.
So, looking at Peren, this would not require any insight checks whatsoever. He is very familiar with these forests.
Ah.
No roll necessary. There is a portion of the Norlayan forest that sort of juts into Syri. You're still technically you're on the northern half of northern portion of central Syri. There's a chunk of Norlea that juts into the country, and basic geography. There is a mid-sized settlement, basically mutually elf and halfling, called Brynn, that you're maybe half a day's ride from.
Okay, and how far is that
About half a day's ride.
in miles?
10.
Okay.
Senku, you run the math, and
So the caravan can reach it easily.
yeah, Senku, you run the math in your head automatically, and you'll be there shortly after nightfall.
That'd be a good place to That'd be a good place to stop for a rest.
Right. As what I was just
I do think.
let's stop a mile. Can we stop a mile before it?
You want to ask White Tusk to do that?
Yeah, because I can actually see a mile ahead of me using my eagle path feature.
Nice.
Okay.
White Tusk looks at you, nods, and says, "We can stop for a few minutes a mile out, but we will have to. That's part of our that's part of our trade route. We're actually going to be setting up there for 3 days."
Okay,
Cool.
I thought it. Yep, that's brilliant.
And after that, it's a straight shot to Brayland.
Great. Let's let's do that.
I like this plan. It's a good plan.
Yeah, because then I can at least scope out what we've got ahead of us in this settlement, whether or not it's safe or not.
So, again, the rest of the afternoon is fundamentally uneventful.
And sorry, what's the settlement's name again?
Brynn.
Brynn.
Rynn.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, I've got that. Thanks for that.
So, Bourdain, you sort of realize that you don't even really need to stop, because you can just see that well that far away. Like, you will be able to spot something. You'll be able to spot something even if you are moving.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, especially with the whole bit of fine details as well.
Yeah, I can pick up fine details and also in dim light.
Which you're
Right.
definitely dealing with because the sun is just about to set when you get into that.
Yeah.
You get into that 1 mile range. And Ordan, if you would join me in the Dungeon Master chat.
Ooh.
Ooh. Someone's in trouble.
No,
you're
not
gonna
in
see me
trouble.
Way before we can.
He's like, oh no, I'm being summoned.
And unless there's something really up with it, it should be fine. Unless there's something horribly, horribly wrong.
True.
Man,
Tired?
a little. But not enough to need to go to bed yet.
I'm like, nah, I'm awake for hours.
Oh, I'll be up for hours, trust me. Takes more than just a little tired to get me to go to bed.
I might be awake for several more hours as well.
Yeah, I've also got I've got ear pain I'm dealing with, so
He's like, I don't think I'll be able to go to sleep.
Although I might end up being in my bed after this because
Oh yeah.
I've already had my ribs decide to hurt like hell.
Well, I got
One of my
work
desks
tomorrow.
in the basement.
I got work tomorrow.
I got a day off. I gotta bring my friend to pick up their car though. It broke down and they had to have it
I
repaired.
kind of wish I didn't have to work tomorrow because then I'd just drive home tomorrow.
Yeah. I work nights.
I work in the morning,
I love working nights.
morning to noon.
So, you guys get to about a mile out, and you do slow down. Bordan is looking, and as he's looking, you can kind of see his pupils dilate almost to the size of almost to the whole size of his eye. Giving him a very much, giving his eyes a very much bird-like appearance. But
Yeah.
there's no fear or apprehension in his face. It's curiosity and a bit of wonder.
Yeah. What I can see ahead looks fantastic. All I can say is it's an extremely well hidden settlement. I can see tree houses as if the trees are interwoven with the houses. I can see gangways and bridges between the houses. In fact, there's a web of them. Low down, I can see lights. I can see lights in the nooks of the trees. It looks very warm and welcoming. If I had to make a guess, I would say that down there is between 600 to 700 people living in this settlement.
So as you guys get closer, you start to see. As you guys start to get closer, you actually do start noticing signs of civilized life. Like at first, you do see several elven archers striding trees. They have arrows nocked, but their bows are the bows are not taut nor are they ready. And you see one of them actually re-quiver an arrow and wave. And as you get closer to this settlement, you see, children of predominantly elven and halfling stature running around playing, starting to run alongside the caravan. This is a joyous moment for them. This is a joyous time.
Where are the guards situated in comparison to our caravan, or where I'm at?
They're in or behind trees that are flanking either side of the road.
All right.
I like this place.
I'm gonna
They're
step.
not hostile in any way, shape.
I think this would be a place for Nikes, or
It is a very nice place by what I can tell.
Do I see anybody who seems to be more in charge than others?
Not quite yet, but you
Okay.
definitely start to, because there's a large gathering as you sort of come around one hard bend, and the scene you can the best way I can describe it is up top. It's kind of like Ewok Village from Return of the Jedi.
indoor. I called it.
But at the same time, the houses,
You got it. You got it exactly right.
The houses are not built into the trees. I mean, some of them are, but
Yeah.
most of the houses are actually suspended from multiple trees, kind of like a hammock. But instead of just a bed, it's an entire house.
Awesome.
That's wow. Wow.
And they're counterbalanced by other houses. Like they're counterbalanced by other houses.
Cantilevers.
Exactly. In lower nooks and crannies, you can see like from roughly they would be roughly eye level to you on horseback, like knot holes and stuff, and in the nooks of trees, you can peek in and you can see how like halflings have carved out some of the insides of these trees and under them to make hobbit homes
Yeah.
without damaging the trees.
It's a beautiful looking place.
It very much is. It's not meant to be. You can tell it wasn't hidden with intention, but just by the way of the engineering, it all very well blends into the surroundings, to the point that if there wasn't, this big crowd of people celebrating and cheering and dancing, there's a big bonfire on the ground.
I'm gonna step.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna step over to, like, as we're going by, in Elvish, ask one of the elves what's going on, like, what's the occasion.
Well, you're asking one of the elves of the settlement?
Yeah.
He looks at you, cocks his head, and then bursts out laughing, kind of slaps your shoulder gratefully, and says, "You, of course. It's a big celebration when the caravan comes through."
Oh, you're like an idiot.
He laughs with you, smiles, and says, "You kinda should," and then goes to shake your hand, but he's holding something and hands it to you.
I'm gonna take it, and what is it?
So,
take a look at it.
Looks like a halfling-sized goblet.
Let's turn back to the caravan. Like, I like this place. Can we stay?
Looks at you, smiles, and lets out the most sincere laugh that you've ever heard an orc emit. And says, "Well, we'll be here for 3 days."
Good enough for me.
They always put on a celebration for us. This is a happy occasion.
Yeah, jolly good.
So
Good to me.
you
Sorry,
guys,
Yeah, Maxor walks up as well too, and greets.
a very lithe and acrobatic halfling just sort of bounces off one tree, flips onto your horse in front of you, bows, offers, and as he does, just sort of a goblet appears somehow in the palm of his hand, and he presents it to you.
To all of us,
I like this place.
or to whom?
To you, Nexor.
Oh, ooh, I take it. Thank you.
He says, "You're welcome," big, toothy smile, and he just sort of flips away.
What can I say?
It
Except
says, "You're welcome."
Sen,
That's
this is glorious.
Actually, yes, yeah.
Not a character.
You're quite welcome. You can't have.
This is awesome.
You got to have both sides. You got to have both sides of the coin. So, you guys pull in big convoy. There are, there are elf maidens who are performing like ceremonial dances. Halflings doing acrobatic tricks. And
Well, it's Rivendell.
Kinda, sorta, but not quite. Not as many rivers or water.
Yeah.
Or, sheer cliffs into nothingness.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who needs a cliff going somewhere?
But,
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
one
So,
of the much older elves, as you stop, sort of walks up to greet you. He's got a cane, but he still has he's walking with a cane, but there's still a bow. There's still a bow strapped to his back with a quiver and everything.
Cool.
He's going to be good with that.
Immediately
Greetings.
notices. Sorry, what was that, Retro?
I was just going to greet him.
You say your greetings. He, with grace that you've never seen someone so venerable have, he turns to you. Long white beard, but he turns to you, looks you up and down, and you almost get the feeling like he is looking into your soul. It is
Ooh.
very slightly unsettling, but at the same time, make me an insight check.
Okay.
I could help him out if he needs it.
He doesn't.
Insight is there. Okay. I might do. 3. 3. That's a whole 5.
Oh, that's so much better.
All right. Here's what you can tell, Ordan, as you look over this guy. The first,
Buckaroo.
he means, you are absolutely convinced he means absolutely no harm, and if he did, you could kill him with your pinky.
Right, okay.
And he
Can I help?
upon like that unsettling, that very slightly unsettling feeling passes, and he like sort of taps the butt of his walking stick onto the ground. It echoes a little bit, and everyone stops what they're doing.
Mhm.
And he says, "This is cause for much celebration. Prepare a feast. We are in the company of true heroes."
Wow.
Is there something I missed?
Yes, this really old, venerable-looking elf that you assume is the you assume is like the sage or the leader of the leader of this village. Sort of looked at Bordan. Bordan got a bit of an unsettling feeling, but was absolutely convinced that this elf meant no harm, and if he did, he could kill him with his pinky. And we're in the company of true heroes.
I see. Yep.
All is good, so it seems.
And he insisted they prepare a feast.
Sweet. I'm pretty sure we really need it.
I'll tell you something, we're all going to be chunky adventurers. Yeah. By the time we get to the end, I'll be about 50 stone.
Do you have any idea how many calories you burn in a rage?
Oh, well, that's good. At least I can.
More than you think.
We
At
fought
least I
like
can beat the flab.
3 things. I'm famished.
Yeah.
You only fought 2 things.
All right, we just finished eating. Now, time to go rage. Ah, crap, hungry again.
How I've always figured it. You burn so many calories just healing your wounds.
Yeah.
Spellcasting, the energy's got to come from somewhere. Spellcasting is fucking hypermetabolic.
Too
You're not
true.
burning your life force. You're burning to cast those spells. You're burning calories.
What a way to keep slim.
Yeah, face life-threatening battles and challenges every.
They should do adverts like that on TV. Do you want to lose the calories? learn black magic.
So, there is a feast. There is dancing. There's like a halflings training to be like an acrobatics troupe that are doing, a parkour run across some makeshift obstacles and things they set up around this big dining table.
I don't think Nyxor is much of a dancer, though.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure he's smiling.
I don't suppose there's any chance we could do some learning of acrobatics off of them, is there?
If they're willing, they're absolutely willing to teach you.
Because I don't know about anyone else, but my acrobatics is piss poor.
My acrobatics could do some work too.
So they're like, okay, we'll set up. The heroes actually want to entertain us instead of be entertained.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh dear. Perhaps I should have kept quiet.
They quickly rearrange. They quickly rearrange some of the obstacles into this, hoop about 2 feet off the ground, and about 3 feet in circumference. and they say, "Well, Master Bordan,
Oh shit!
here's the first lesson. Run as fast as you can, jump through that hoop, and as your feet clear it, you're gonna curl up into a ball and roll when you hit the ground."
I'll be like a cannonball.
Well, I guess I nat 20'd, so
You what?
I nat 20'd, so 22.
Okay.
You actually wanted to try that, Nexor?
Whatever they want us to do.
Well, they were approaching it. They were approaching Bordan and telling him what to do. But you hear this, and you're like, "Okay,
Yeah,
got
sure.
this."
Let's have fun.
And everyone cheers. Whoa!
Right. Next up,
That was pretty easy.
little dwarf says that he's gonna run up, he's gonna do it. He rolls a 15.
You're not half bad either. You are not half bad either. Like, yet it's slightly harder for you because this hoop was designed for a medium-sized person to jump through, not a small one. You get a great running start. You spring off the ground as hard as you can, and you sort of curl up into that ball as you're going through the hoop. And you actually go end over end, not once but twice, before you stick the landing. And that was a lot of effort, but you nailed it.
Sick.
Nice. Okay, to hell with it. I'm going to go now.
Okay.
Right, so that's the D20. It's a D20, and
D20.
add my acrobatics to it.
Yes, if you have no
You're athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my athletics.
Yeah, so you're
I
probably
think-
getting your athletics.
Yeah, okay.
30.
Well, actually, oh right, okay. So
Or acrobatics.
18, 25.
Wow.
I've got an 18, and my athletics is 7.
No,
Gee.
I didn't say athletics. I said acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics. So
18, 19, 20, 21.
I was a 23 then. Got 22.
Still awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Gee.
Bordan, you get this up, and to kind of show off, you flex like you're going into a rage, and you scream, and you just start running. You're running so fast, you're kicking up a little bit of dust, and you dive through this hole perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
You do this amazing roll, and you come out of it, and as you come out of it, you sort of spin around, and you even do this fancy drawing of Night Sever.
Oh
And
yes.
you end in this like 3-point. You end in like the
Superhero landing.
Yep.
Fantastic. This is
Boom!
It's like
boom goes the dynamite.
dynamite.
Peren, what are you doing in the midst of all this?
Oh, I'm debating if I want to try this as well.
Go on.
Alright.
Come on,
I'm
buddy.
gonna stay out of there.
Yeah, well they're going.
Seven.
Come on, go for it.
Yeah, did you just get a 7?
Yes. Because I got athletics, not acrobatics.
It is acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
My acrobatics and athletics are both the same at 4.
Okay.
Ew.
So,
And Senku is staying out of this.
think that a dexterity class like a ranger would have acrobatics instead of athletics. No.
Yeah, I can see it. I can absolutely see it. But that's neither here nor there.
Senku, you really staying out of it?
Oh, come on, Senku.
Well, let me finish describing Peren. What Peren does first.
Yeah.
Peren breaks into a run, and he's running. He jumps, but he jumps just a little too early, and where everyone else went through the hoop, he goes headfirst right into the base of it. The whole structure is designed to, not. The whole structure is designed to break down and avoid injury. But Peren does do a nice face plant into it, belly flop, and then he slides like 8 feet along the dirt.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm going to.
I don't trust my dice enough to not screw this up.
What happened? I got distracted for 1 second.
There's nothing bad will happen, but no matter what you do.
The elder himself walks over to you, Peren, and offers his hand to help you up.
I'll take it.
Takes it, hoists it up, and just says, and again, when he moves, everyone just naturally, the party nothing stops, but the volume cranks down a few decibels, and he sees a few elven and halfling children, almost like pointing and laughing at you, Peren, and he looks at them and just simply says,
Oh.
Do not mock this man. He is braver than you are to attempt that stunt. To which the children all immediately look at you, Peren, and apologize.
Oh,
So they should.
yeah.
It was a damn good try on
Max
Peren's part.
pats Perry on the back.
Yeah,
Good try,
I slapped
buddy.
Peren on the
Good
I
try,
slapped
buddy.
Peren on the back. Nice job.
And at this point, Peren, you notice something the others do not. Join me in the DM chat.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Oh, we are having too much jollity. So, how does this work anyway? Like, if we're training to do something, and like at the moment my acrobatics is 3.
Yeah.
When you learn something, then what? I assume that something gets added to that.
I'd assume, if we learned from these guys, I assume we'd add, how the little skill, how we get the +3 proficiency bonus.
Right.
I assume we'd get that add onto it, or maybe just one added onto it. I'm not entirely sure. That'd be up to the DM.
Yeah, I see. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, we're training? I thought this was just for fun.
Well,
He's like, wait, I'm training?
yeah, well, if you remember, I actually said to sort of about, can we learn any sort of acrobatic training off of these guys? So then we've been doing this, jumping through their hoop.
Literally.
So, exactly. So hopefully we should get something out of this.
That'd be nice.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, as rightly said, it's up to the DM.
Yeah.
Also, don't mind me, I'm just munching.
It's alright, you can burn the calories off later.
So, everyone says they're, good try. It's all a laugh. Nothing
Lighthearted.
Yeah, it's completely lighthearted. The party goes on for another. Someone roll me a d4.
Okay.
Oh, I enjoyed one of these, yeah.
Gotta pull it up.
Ooh, I got a
rolled
2.
4, got a d4.
So I heard a 2, so we're gonna go with that. The party goes on for another 2 hours, and it's at this point you notice all of the you've seen caravan guards coming and going and reveling and whatnot, but they're rotating in and out for the most part as the caravan itself begins to unpack. And you notice some of these wagons have folded open to reveal basically their shops on wheels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And
Cool.
they're getting ready to open and sell things in the morning. And they are coming in rotation, and they're just letting you guys have fun, because as far as and no insight roll necessary here, as far as they're concerned, you all fucking deserve it.
Okay, I wanted to ask something, which what I was saying about from the acrobatics training that we got off of the people. Do we actually get anything added to our acrobatics?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
No. Okay. I thought I'd just ask.
Oh well.
I mean, ultimately, if you were, I won't say that's not. I won't say that's not how that's not how one session works. There is a there are sort of fast and loose rules where if you dedicate yourself to training
I
for
see.
several weeks, you actually can not necessarily get proficiency in a skill, but you can qualify for a feat or something.
Right, okay, yeah, I understand.
That is it can work that way, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, you can theoretically train it up, but it takes time.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I understand.
Like the ones you probably have had because you've trained them throughout your life.
Yeah.
Or they were things that you just came naturally to you, so you cultivated them.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I thought I'd just ask. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I have been considering running a game that is entirely train-based.
That'll be interesting.
I wouldn't begin to know how to do it in 5th edition, however. But that's neither here nor there. So eventually, the party does wind down a bit. And at this point, you guys are going to have to roleplay and chat amongst yourselves for a decent chunk of time, because there is something very Peren-centric I need to roleplay with him in the Dungeon Master chat.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
In that case, I'm going to go down and have a smoke.
If that works.
Yep, I gotta go upstairs for a second, so if that works.
Just gonna take a bio break.
Yeah.
I have returned and I'm grabbing a drink. Hey guys, I have returned.
It's just me. For now. Yep. Ugh. Makes me wonder what's gonna happen.
I swear my ear's bugging the heck out of me.
Meh, I feel you, bud.
I guess in the meantime I'll play Astroneer. And there's not really much role-playing to do with two people, eh?
I mean, good, but... Yes, me, you, and 3/4 should all play together. I've been playing on the world he made.
Cool.
Yep. I even have my old worlds, but... I might take you there. You guys there sometime. We'll see.
But yeah, Astroneer, I have quite the collection of crap, if you've noticed.
You think that's a lot? Trust me, that's nothing compared to what I've done.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sadly I don't think I have the pictures, but just imagine that, but much bigger base. And storage stuff everywhere. Not sure if I still have that world or not. I hope I do. I already almost done most of the achievements. Done 78% of them.
Yeah, I ended up getting achievements by accident.
Not really. A lot of them are pretty easy to get.
No, I got a couple achievements by accident. I didn't even realize I was playing in multiplayer, because the game didn't tell me I was playing in multiplayer.
Oh, there's a retro.
He's back. They're still not back. Oh, damn. They're still not back. Shit.
Nope.
This game. I love it.
Which one?
D&D.
Oh, yeah. Loving it too.
Same here.
Might as well hop in to Astroneer as well. Maybe check up on my worlds. Don't remember which save it is.
I've still got to try and work out how my
You-
beast sense and
you
speak
too.
with animals work.
You too. I'm gonna have to teach you to. I'm an Astroneer. Well, pretty much almost Astroneer veteran. I know how to play the game. I know what to do. How to build bases. And everything.
Yeah. I'm getting there, sort of.
It took me a while to learn what to do and stuff, but now it's pretty easy. Though I have to re-jog the memory. I haven't played in months.
Yeah.
But I have over 300 hours on this game. Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, you should be.
So, Pippin Pedalopsicopoulos, while he was messing around in the tavern, found he couldn't really read the name. It wasn't in Elvish or Halfling, but something about magical snack. And when he opened them, there was these glowing golden goldfish that smiled back at you when you ate them and laughed as you swallowed them. You're just gonna take the boxes and eat them up.
So,
Oh, share 'em out. Shit.
if I'm not mistaken, you're munching on goldfish.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just about to write that in my notes as well. Crap.
No, please no.
Pippin Popalopalops shares goldfish.
Just eats a full goldfish snack. Nom, nom, nom. These things are bloody delicious.
I want you in my belly.
I want it in my belly.
Oh dear.
Get in my belly.
Right.
Ben's gonna join just as I'm doing it. He's like, what the heck is going on?
It's like, I am gold member. Oh shit.
Well, Shen, I do have to explain myself, and all I was saying is that I'm eating goldfish that are smiling at me as I'm devouring them. Alright, Cat, you cannot be rubbing yourself on my hand.
There's one thing I can't stand, it's people who are intolerant of other people's cultures. And the bloody Danish. Austin Powers. Gold member. I can't believe that. You know the spy who shagged me?
What?
Go what?
Austin Powers films.
Oh no!
Haven't seen them.
You haven't seen them?
I might reference my car getting Austin powered, but I've never actually seen it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Your car getting Austin powered? What's that mean?
When your car gets stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you can't do anything about it.
Oh, you mean like being boxed in?
Not necessarily, because if somebody boxes you in, it's just they box you in and now you're stuck. Being Austin Powered is like, let's say you're drifting your car around the corner, and you know those really stupid, like, white poles that they have at, like, libraries and, like, Walmarts to stop cars from driving into the front of the building? You drift around the corner, and your car gets stuck between two of them in a way where it's impossible for you, while you're in your car, to get out of that situation. Not in real life, but in Storm Chasers.
Has that happened
yes.
to you?
Yeah, he parked his car in such a fabulous way that he was, well, foobarred.
I was stuck between a gas station and a gas pump.
And your
I
car
think
got
you-
Austin powered.
Yep.
Where that term comes from, I have no idea. But I think you posted a picture of it.
I probably did, yeah. Wait, what?
Let me see.
I'm so confused. So, I died, and so I alt F4'd, came back, and I was still alive, but apparently all my stuff is not in my inventory anymore?
Oh, you might have died.
Like the way you just done that little laugh at the end. You've died.
Well, there goes all my stuff. I might as well just take the spaceship back home. Because I didn't realize that it wasn't in my inventory.
Yeah, one of my worlds I've been talking about that has all that stuff. I forgot, I lost all that stuff. All the saves I had because of stuff with my older computer. Well, not older, but my other computer. Lost all that.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was I worked so hard on that world.
When Osiris first came out, it was like one of the games that I snapped up straight away, and so did my brother. And we said, oh, let's have a multiplayer game together. So we was trying to learn together exactly what you're supposed to do in Osiris. And I happened to get killed by one of the bloody great crab things. So I started again. As I was running back, I thought, my pack with all my stuff, my inventory is on my little dead body over there. So I'm running along. Next minute, my brother comes running past me and just picks up the bag of my shit and just runs off. It was like, come back, you bastard.
It's like a little halfling just...
Yeah, just stolen all of my shit.
It was like,
You little,
what's up? Now belongs to me.
you little bugger. You little bugger.
Come back here, you little boy.
Come back here, you little bastard.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh, is that all yours? Yes.
Oh, well, I had no bloody clue.
I didn't know it was your stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I just saw it in. I thought it looked interesting, so I took it.
falling in your stuff. You shouldn't just leave all your gear lying around like that. Somebody ought to come by and take it all from you.
Oh, God.
How did I get into a game with you guys?
Because you play D&D?
Well, and
You're as insane as the rest of us.
That indeed.
you don't really have much
And
things
you
to say
pretty
for
well like it.
it. You'll be fine, trust me.
Oh, I know you fucking love us. So quit your whining, little bastard.
Quit your whining. Leave me alone, I just want to go drink my booze and live my life in peace and prosperity. You stupid dwarves. Always coming by and take whatever you want, and now I'm turning Russian.
While I'm turning Russian.
I'm learning Russian. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no!
Yeah.
Alright, I certainly did, both of you.
Oh dear me. Oh God.
I broke everybody. I apologize.
Turn the gas off! Turn the gas off!
Oh dear.
So I apologize for that, and I thank you very much for your patience.
Oh. Oh, my stomach hurts.
I broke some of your flavors. Sorry, son.
So, I will ultimately be able to unbreak them in a good way. So the party the party continued for about 2 more hours, and as you guys are actually allowed to sleep in sort of a common area, not quite an inn, but a common area of halfling beds and stuff.
Mm.
Which, while they are small, they're also very, very comfortable.
Mm.
You get a very quiet and homey vibe, except for one thing. As you guys start to lay down, you notice Peren isn't there.
Oh,
Where's
dear.
Peren, guys?
Where's he gone? Who saw him last?
Mr. Since I saw him, last time I saw him, the party was dying down. I think he was headed up to the upper levels.
Shall we go look for him?
Who is good with stealth? Should we handle this? Should we handle this?
You know very well we are not the stealthiest group.
Well, fortunately, there is someone in this party that fits that description.
Yeah. Yeah, only Pip is.
Alright, so what's my mission?
Go to the higher levels and see if you can find
Peren.
Peren. That's him.
Like, the higher levels, that's where, isn't, nobles and stuff?
Not so much. You kind of gathered that the canopy level is predominantly where the elves live in the settlement, and ground level is where the halflings are. And this is not, a classist arrangement. This is something that is very amenable to both races.
All right.
And over the course of the party, you've seen halflings going up this. If you can imagine a rope ladder, but stretched out horizontally to basically be like a rope staircase.
Okay.
There's that, and you've seen as many halflings running up and down that as you've seen elves walking into nooks and crannies on ground level.
But
all right, well, I have a position of privilege, so I'm just gonna go walk up there.
Okay.
But
Do
we have to be stealthy for this, or can we just go up there?
Well, I'm gonna go up there to find him.
Yeah,
They
don't
might know.
try not to let him see you, though. Maybe. We need to know why he's gone there.
I think we've established that even if Peren wanted to, he couldn't see.
Exactly.
Depending on the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we want to be stealthy, I could roll for stealth, but I'm just going to go up and ask someone.
Okay.
You go up. You encounter an Elven Guard. This looks like a longsword, got a slight curve to it on his belt. He looks down at you, smiles because he knows you're no threat. He says, "What are you doing up here? I thought the caravan was getting ready to bed down for the night."
One of my friends was brought up here, and we're just looking for him to see where he's at and how he's doing.
Well, there's certainly there's certainly no trouble or mischief going on up here. We're a pretty peaceful part of the forest. So
I don't think there's any trouble going on. I always want to see how he's doing and make sure that if he's coming down or staying up here, we just come with a count. I'll make sure everybody's accounted for.
he shrugs and says, I did see him head towards Elder Eladamri and his residence. You're literally looking right at it. It's right behind me.
All right. I'm going to start heading towards it to knock on the door.
All right. Peren.
Yes.
You have just been gifted this object. You and the elder hear a knock on the door.
Oh,
Well, why don't we check it?
The elder looks at you and says, "This is my home. I will handle it." And he creaks the door open, and you see, plain as day, not trying to hide for a change, Pippin.
Pippin just standing there, just like, "Hello, looking for my friend." He has nothing to hide. He's just looking for his buddy.
Eladamri shrugs, gestures, says, "I believe you have found him." And as you see him, Peren is, while he is clearly aware that you're there, he is holding a bow.
Well, does he have to be aware that I'm there, though? I'm behind a person that's bigger than me. I rolled a 28 for stealth, I mean.
If you rolled a 28 for stealth...
I'm just kidding. I did roll that, but no. Continue on.
I think because if you were, then yeah, no, I'm not seeing you.
He's like, wait, is there actually somebody at the door? Yeah, don't you see him?
No.
No, you did not.
You did say you were not attempting stealth here. You were just walking up and
Yeah.
Yep.
smart. Which is very
I'm gonna hide from, since I'm behind the big guy. I'm gonna hide from Peren, just specifically, just for no reason.
Okay, now give me a new stealth check.
All right, 30.
Oh my
I can't even beat that.
Okay.
What, did you get a nat 20?
No, I got a 19.
Jeez.
Yeah, if you roll better than... let's see, 19, if you rolled better than... As long as you rolled 18 or better, I cannot beat it.
So,
I'm just hiding from Peren. Not really to hide, just I'm behind somebody. Naturally, I'm hiding. I'm naturally stealthy.
So, you have this. You
I just don't want to disrupt them.
It's not really a hushed conversation, but it is a low volume conversation with the elder Eladamri, and He then sort of steps aside, and gestures and says, "I believe you have found him." And he gestures towards Peren, who is kind of oblivious to you and studying this really nice looking longbow.
Oh dear. He likes that bow, doesn't he?
I hope he likes it. I worked hard on it.
All right. Well, Pippin's gonna step inside and what you got there? Just make himself known. There was no reason for him to hide earlier. He just wanted to.
Or to even talk in a Scottish accent, but he thought he would.
He changes accents. He just likes talking in accents. He doesn't really. Yeah.
And Peren,
he changes accent as it suits him.
And Peren, as you're studying this bow and sort of looking at it, it does tell you you do learn its name.
Okay.
So, which is the same name as the document.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a pretty awesome bow.
Yeah. Don't you think so? Don't you think this is a good bow as well?
I mean, looks pretty good. If it was made by the elves, it's got to be good.
You're not even sure dwarves could make this. It looks like it's a single. It looks like was cut from a single large, almost emerald or jade. You can't tell. But it looks like the bow itself is made of precious stone.
Alright. Very intricate.
Very interesting. But then again, I'm not there, so I'm just muttering.
It's it, yeah. I'm not there either, so I'm just keeping quiet.
I'm pretty sure we're conversing while we wait.
Yeah, I'm studying it.
So,
marveling over the new bow.
at which point, Eladomary speaks up, looks at you, and says, "I believe you will have much more need of this than I will, and I also believe you might want to be getting back to your friends by the fact that they sent this incredibly sneaky one. I fear they are concerned for you."
Yes, I should return to them.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I'll be on my way.
Thank you. I'll go back down with you, bow in hand. Well,
Cool.
bow with me.
Yeah. So, Peren enters this common area, and even though it's half underground and sort of very natural, it also feels very warm and cozy. There's a little fire, wafting up, and Peren strides in, and the first thing you notice is he's got a second bow on him. This bow looks like a longbow, but it seems to be cut from a single chunk of jade or something, some sort of precious stone.
Wow. Interesting. That's a cool looking bow you got there, bud.
Nestor looks at it, it's made of a gemstone. How do you fire it?
This is Wind Reaper.
Wow.
Bordan, with that, Bordan, please join me in the DM chat.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. Noob
Oh
here.
dear.
Noob.
So everybody's like,
It is literally solid emerald.
yep. I like how everybody's like, Pippin, you gotta sneak up there and find out what's going on. Him, just go ask.
Yeah.
Great.
And Axel was like, why can't we just all go up there? We don't need to be sneaky.
Yep, I'm like, I don't know if they want you up there, but I know that they won't care if I'm up there. So I just make my way up, making my way downtown.
Yep, and then Senku will get his infusion back.
Yay!
'Cause even though this does require ammunition, it cannot be... You automatically fail at infusing it. It can't be infused. Detonates magic laser.
Fuck!
But I'm pretty sure there's stuff that it's gonna have that,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
My god, I just read one of them and that's ridiculous. Apparently I need to go read a spell that is not a ranger spell.
Goodness. Oi, who told me the moon was barren?
Well,
What's some plants?
Peren from plants.
I just got some.
Well, I mean, that's what the wiki, well, not the wiki, but the thing says. It's desolate.
We're back.
Cool.
Hey ho! Wow.
So yeah, realization. Everyone, it's weird. You're not sure if it's because Bordan shifted a little bit or what, but all of you audibly heard his
Nice.
sword, Night Sever, almost rattle a little bit in its sheath.
I've just felt this shimmer in the sheath on my back. I sense that we have found another one of the legacy weapons.
Nestor smiles and says, Peren, is this true?
That would make sense with how nice of a bow this is. The fact that, for all intents and purposes, it communicated with the Elder.
Yes, and Night Sever that is on my back knows that another one of these is near, and I believe it is the weapon you're holding, the bow.
Peren, very briefly, join me in the DM chat.
Again.
Peren's just getting special treatment today. Oh man, I don't know what to think about this.
We'll all get our chance.
The bow,
Don't worry, I'm just messing around.
the bow that he's got is another one of the legacy weapons, like my Night Sever.
Okay.
If you don't know, Night Sever, it kind of... I had this sword, and in a vision I had, while we was at a... Oh, crikey, what town were we in? I can't remember now. Can't remember what town it was, but I had a vision, and when I woke up, my sword had changed. I had a two-handed sword at the time.
Was it
when I
Burr, I believe.
Burr,
Burr.
yes, and when I came to, and when I came to, or out of my sleep, the sword that I did have had turned into Night Sever with an obsidian black blade.
And to confirm your suspicion, Wind Reaper is a legacy weapon as well.
Awesome. This is amazing.
Nestor looks up with this Nestor looks up with his broad smile, and then he drops, still smiling broadly, and then you see his smile fade, and a look of deep concern spreads over his face.
Oh dear.
Ew.
What is it?
I was just thinking, how fortunate we are to have such powerful relics, to say nothing of those crystals. But I just had a terrifying thought. What could possibly be so bad that we would need these?
Well, let me tell you a little story.
Well, the Alfred has heard of Lametta Tempesta, if I can say it.
Tempesta.
Lametta Tempesta.
Yes.
Lametta.
Tempesta.
It's an old god of the weather that you do not pray to for good harvests or anything. You pray that it leaves you alone. And a famous appearance was about 400 years ago. And I think we all know the story about that one.
400 years ago was Thalikos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Was right around the time my ancestor was a child.
That was Lametta.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. Did I snore?
No, or at least if you did, we didn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, so
this is...
Unsettling.
Yeah, but at least we know something. At least we finally know something concrete.
yeah. Well, I don't really think there's much else we can do for this evening other than get a good night's sleep and
Yeah,
So-
get some rest for tomorrow.
Yeah.
regroup in the morning.
Cool.
So at that point, it is 12 minutes to 2, but this is a very solid stopping point. So this is where I'm going to call it for the night.
Okay.
We are in safety.
Yes, you are in safety. You have a new legacy item.
Wow.
Pat, I struggled with that for so long.
It's a good looking. Especially the 11th level.
Yeah,
That is mildly frightening.
well, you should see what you should see what Night Sever does at level 18.
It's awesome.
Absolutely is.
I have you now. Oh,
I will. I do have to make the same disclaimer I made with Retro when I sent him that file. This is my first time making anything like this in 5th edition. So if it comes out insanely overpowered or underpowered, I do reserve the right to tweak it.
And it's like I would not call having haste necessarily overpowered.
No, it's not.
Because it's a good spell, but
Yeah.
it's not overly good.
And I think it's only once or twice a day.
It's 3.
3 times a day, yeah. So...
And honestly, also, the 4th level, the fighting style, it's like, honestly, those aren't bad fighting styles. And there are easy ways. It negates the negatives of the easy ways of getting a second fighting style.
Yep.
Which is honestly not bad.
No, I mean, nothing seemed overly insane to me.
Yeah, because
But-
it's like, honestly, looking at it, it's like, I don't see anything that's overly insane at all.
Yeah. But it's like after I built Night Zephyr, I'm like, I have to keep it different. Peren already does insane damage, and that's only going to get better. So I need to figure out. I needed to approach it from another angle, and I feel like I did, but with that disclaimer, the converse is true. If I feel like it's underpowered compared to what other people have, I'm going to ratchet it up a notch. So.
Yep, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh my god. Okay, just so that I know, the bow that Peren has got,
Yes.
its name is Wind
Reaper, one word.
That's it, Wind Reaper. That's the one. I couldn't remember it for some odd reason.
Really
Don't
fond
know
of
why.
that name.
Wind Reaper. I like that.
Nice. Reminds
Oh,
me of
yeah.
Wind Shear.
Wind Reaper is actually the name of a spaceship in another role-playing group, and it way predates Wind Shear.
Wind Shear for me is from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, there's also a Wind Shear scimitar in Skyrim.
I remember that. Yep.
Oh wow, this just keeps getting better.
So, I'm sorry there wasn't actually combat this session. I had planned for that, but you guys are going to have to wait until next Tuesday for it.
No worries. We had like
No.
a ton of fights. We had a ton of fights, so this break is nice.
This is it, yeah. I was just going to say exactly the same. It's not all about the fights. I mean, the story and the decisions and that we have to make is as cool as the fights.
Well, I'm glad you guys are having a blast, and I'm actually really glad because I have, Pat, don't feel, especially now that we have Pip, don't feel like you have to keep Peren in the background. You know,
Yeah.
work with, like let your roleplay chops go. I mean, you're good, and I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not participating as far. That's why I wanted to make this like I said to you on the DM, a Peren focus, a focus episode on Peren.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
This is your hometown, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you like it? You like the bow?
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad. I'm very glad. This thing can do some crazy stuff, and I can't wait for him to break it out. That's why I planned combat, so he could actually do some of the stuff.
We just had a lot of fun in other ways this time.
And hey, you know what? That's a weight off my shoulders, because you guys are so you guys are sucking up the story like it's a football, and you guys are going face in.
The thing is what is great is I can actually see all what in my. I mean, I've always had a good imagination anyway, and it's like whenever I read a book or anything, I can actually see.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. If I'm into a book,
Same.
I'm very visual.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And whatever the story at the moment is, I can actually see that this settlement that we're in at the moment.
I am the same way throughout this thing, and it's like I'm imagining whatever Sen is saying. I'm imagining everything.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It is told so well that we can just see it.
Well, it helps being a story writer for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And having written an actual unpublished novel or novel length manuscript.
Yeah.
Like you guys are giving me. You guys are an amazing roleplay group, and like the fact that you guys are eating up the story that inspires me to up my game. The more you like it, the better I want to do.
Yeah.
Cool. It's most
you-
important. It's most important that the DM enjoys DMing. So
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So I don't think I'd enjoy it as much if I didn't have, Nestor in there to sort of bounce off you guys, or maybe drop a hint to, this is where I hope you'll go. But I haven't really needed to. I've been able to be very hands off with you guys.
it's been a lot of fun.
Glad you guys are having a blast.
I'm so sad we gotta end. I'd be up all night playing this.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
Retro, I'm
See,
going
I
to bring out the message that you sent me a few days ago.
Oh no. I really must try and get some sleep.
Yeah.
And see, would say I'd be.
I'm not saying we don't need sleep, but
See, that's my thing with tomorrow. Is like, if it wasn't for the fact I'm supposed to be, due to where my car's gonna be parked tomorrow night, I have to be out the door by 7 a.m. Thursday. Or by out the door, I mean on the road.
I got work in the morning, but I'll still probably be up for a little bit here.
I'll be awake for a little bit tonight, but not tomorrow night, because I have to be up at like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Dude, I get it. I absolutely get it. And fun, and I'm just going to reiterate, if a real life obligation shows up and like an emergency happens, I'm not going to penalize you.
Yeah, next week I'll be in Shipshawana. I'll have my computer. I might be able to game, but once it comes nighttime, I won't be able to, join D&D, sadly.
Well,
But I think I might be able to get on, like, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday and on, once we get home. We're gonna be there for a few days.
I'm absolutely not gonna. So we know not to expect you for next Tuesday, and that's fantastic. But even if an emergency came up, I'm not gonna penalize you for that.
Just hate to miss it. I'm enjoying this too much.
I get it, but real life comes first. It has to.
Yep. Just
be great that I'm not I am a benevolent DM.
Yeah.
I've always been the person who taught me said that any DM can be a dick and just create hard encounter after hard encounter that's designed to kill players, that's designed to kill characters. But like a good DM makes the players the focus of makes the characters the focus of the story, and can beat them to within an inch of their lives, get them sweating, get them terrified, but at the end of the day, not kill your characters. Because let me put it this way, I want to see you guys win. I want to see you guys beat the game that I have made for you.
But you also want to see a struggle and want to see a story.
Absolutely.
We just breeze through it. What fun would that be?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that is this is a concern that hopefully doesn't keep you awake at night, but kinda hope it does. Little sadistic. I'm giving you guys a shit ton of power. What could I possibly have prepared that you would need that kind of power?
I could probably imagine.
That hint from the one old guy, man. When he said that, I'm like, oh crap, what's he preparing? Oh no. Oh no.
Well, now you guys actually have some solid info. You're dealing with a very old god.
Oh boy.
So that was like one thing where it's like, this is like the important part. We have an idea as to who this is.
Like,
now,
who is it?
and
By the way, I think I might have missed the...
Lamata, yep. So Lamata
yeah.
is a god over the weather. You pray to Lamata so that Lamata leaves you alone.
Was that Lamentata Pasta?
Yes. It's pronounced Lametta Tempesta.
Ah, yeah. Is that Latin?
I believe it might be a bastardized Latin. I don't know for certain.
Yeah. It's sort of got that sound to it, like Liberate Me and Liberate Tuta Me Ex Inferis.
Did you seriously just quote Event Horizon?
Yes, I did. It's a cool film. Come on.
It is a very cool film. However, that
is slightly wrong. Yeah, it's not exactly how the phrase is.
I am, part of me is enjoying this like 15-minute after session chat because I love how we play off one another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and then I'm like the quiet one in the background until I get to talking, then I won't shut up.
I just find it really cool. The things that I say most of the time, Sen knows.
Yep.
I quote movies and that, and it's like, yeah, that's that. That's.
Yeah, I just get a kick of how Pippin's he's lawful neutral, neutral good, and he's just he's a little bit chaotic, and he can hide from his friends for no particular reason. But when it comes to like actually dealing with authorities and trying to get things done, he's just civilized. He's not going to hide and sneak about. He'll just walk up. Can I go talk to him for a moment? No, you can't. Pulls out my pedigree papers. Can I now? Rolled a 31 in persuasion.
I'll be totally honest, 3/4. I was stuck so hard on some of Wind Reaper's higher level abilities. Because I don't know if I've explained this to you, but a legacy item levels up as you level up.
Yeah.
So as you get stronger, it gets new abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
And your presence kinda gave me some inspiration for several of the abilities.
Cool. Because you were actually able to see just specifically Pippin.
Not so much that, but like one of the Pat, are you okay if I share some of this?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the higher tier abilities that Wind Reaper will bestow upon Peren is it has that magic enhancement bonus to attack and damage. Later down the line, it'll actually apply that to. It already does apply it to some of his skill checks and his initiative rolls.
Nice.
But later on down the line, it'll also apply to perception and like acrobatics and stuff.
Nice.
So I don't think
Like-
I don't think a net total of +3 at level 18 will help too much.
By
Well,
then, I don't think anybody will be able to see me.
It's not overpowering in any way, shape, or form.
No. I'm not concerned.
Yeah. And I think at level 18, he also adds that enhancement bonus to his wisdom and dexterity saves.
I'm excited to see what you put together for Pippin.
I'm excited to see what mine would be.
I've never had a campaign that's gone long enough to really fulfill my characters. I'm really excited for this one.
All I ask is patience.
Will be
I
given.
know you guys. I know you got like.
Just curious.
I appreciate that because in one of the groups I had, everyone
kind of passed out.
dude, it's okay. We're just shooting the shit.
Yep.
I think it's either going to be Senku or Nexter that get their that get their legacy items next.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
I didn't even know everybody was getting a legacy item.
Nope, everybody is.
That is my intention.
Nice.
But their arrival is going to be kind of organic, where not everyone's going to get them all at the same time. Jordan had his for a few levels now.
My night saber is already orgasmic.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
When I said that, have a good night, man.
Good night.
But I was saying that, like, I'm excited. I'm just excited to play this campaign and see what happens. Because, like I said, all my other campaigns have left such a bitter taste in my mouth for D&D. I took about a year break for playing this game.
Oh wow!
But I love the idea of D&D. I want to play it, and that with that having been said and done, I was just like, I don't want to play it anymore. I literally did not want to play D&D anymore because of how many times it's happened.
Yeah.
So when I heard about you guys, I honestly did not want to join, but my friendship with you guys on like Storm Chases and all the roleplay made me end up saying, okay, let's give this a shot.
And you're glad you did it?
Oh, I am totally glad I did it.
Fantastic. Yeah.
But I still have that bitter taste, and I'm still still crossing my fingers that this doesn't end up the same way.
I certainly hope it doesn't.
I certainly hope it doesn't.
I'm pretty certain with the group that we are, it won't.
Oh, it's definitely not. This group, like the first group, they stopped playing D&D for no particular reason. They just kind of left everybody. My second group, though, was just a pain in the butt, and I really didn't like playing with them.
Yeah.
This group, I thoroughly enjoy playing with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It really is all about the people.
Indeed.
I'm just, thoroughly happy that you're enjoying yourself as much as the rest of us. It's a fantastic game and a fantastic group of people, and
Indeed.
I just love doing it. I
Me
mean,
too.
Incredibly fun.
Yeah, I mean, me and Thunder, I mean, I don't know about, but I've never played D&D at all. I've always
Same here. This is my first game ever, and
I've always wanted to, but in order to play, you need friends.
yeah.
I
And
sense
this
a disturbingly low amount of friends. A disturbing lack of friends. There we go.
I have tons of friends, but I, never had a chance. Or never knew where to go to play.
Oh, see, that's where you're different. I have no friends.
You can't do that anymore now, can you, Retro?
Exactly. I've got lots of friends now.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. You got a family here.
Yeah, yes, a fan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel that. Honestly, I feel that. I was, I didn't know what to think when I joined Stormbusters because I kind of just got yeeted in here by somebody I had no clue who they were.
Great.
Blaze was just kind of like, "Hey, you made a nice story. Come join us." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, 'cause I remember how I joined was, I think it was Blaze and I at one point were talking about, it's like, at that point I had not played a single modded game of Storm Chasers at all, and I'd also played one whole multiplayer session, and I was like, I love Doom, where he's like, you know what, we're doing a game tonight, or a game on this night, and it's like, and that's when I joined, and I think that's when I met Sun too.
Yeah. Do you know, your story is not much different from mine, how I got into the WCS and met Sen and everyone else here. I pretty much started playing Storm Chasers. I played a few public games. Some of them really got on my nerves, but I started talking to Blaze. And then he sort of introduced me to Sen and all of the guys, and that's how it's all started for me.
Yeah, I met Blaze. I think I met Blaze one day, and I got invited to the team, and that's how I became part of the team.
Yeah, I think I have to change. I think I have to speak to Blaze about changing his role from chief engineer to primary recruiter.
Everybody's like, so I met Blaze, and he invited me here.
Yeah. That's how it all has happened.
I'm still waiting for that one role.
I don't know. I think I'm getting ready to be promoted to chief engineer. I'm not sure.
Yeah, with your modding, I'm gonna.
Anyway, listen, guys, I've got to get out of here now. I could stay here for longer, but I really must go.
Yeah, we all should.
Honestly, I should at some point do some digging now that I actually fixed my mess up with DN Spy.
Knowing me, I'll probably end up finding one of you guys who are still on and chatting for another 5 hours. Probably not healthy. But...
No, but
I totally would if I didn't need to go and lay down because my ribs hurt like hell at times.
Yeah.
I have costochondritis, which is inflammation of the cartilage, and due to my chronic bronchitis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it hurts like hell at times. And about all I can do is either stretch, lay down, or take painkillers.
Well,
so Pat, go to sleep. I don't normally say this as a Stormbuster, but go to sleep. That's an order. But before you go, Retro, I just want to say something right quick. Retro thinks apparently seems to think I'm a phenomenal team leader, but I have found the best way to be a team leader is to let the team do their thing as best they can, and if they need guidance, try to provide that. So I may be a great team leader, but you guys are an awesome, awesome team.
Well, thanks very much. I'm glad that you think so.
Glad to hear it.
Credit where it's due. I was raised by my parents to do that. To offer that. I was trained by my martial arts instructors to offer that. So I will always give credit where it's deserved.
Oh, that's great to hear. And as I've said many times, you know, we might be a great team, but a great team also needs a great leader, and I think you're it.
It means a lot to hear that.
Yep.
But I, like Retro and all of you, could keep on yakking and yammering for 5 hours, so I'm going to bow out. Phenomenal game session, I'm glad. I'm thrilled you guys like the slow stuff as much as the action.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the story that binds it all together at the end of the day.
As much as fun to roll and fight things,
Yeah,
the story is good too.
Where it was fight. To me, to be honest, that would kind of get a little bit boring after a while.
Oh yeah.
It's the story in between those fights, that leading up to those fights, that makes it for me. And
Yeah.
this is perfect.
Yep. By the way, Retro, I did just see those 2 IMs you sent, and you're completely caught up.
All right.
So, with that, gentlemen, I bid you all good night, and I will see you another time later this week, and if absolute worst case scenario, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I'll see you in
Good
the
night.
video.
See you later, Sam.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Alright.
And then there were 3.
Alright, I gotta get back upstairs and situated. Good night.
Yep. Have a
Good
good
night.
night.